Okay, we're live. Oh, I'm really excited to tell you about something that's happened this weekend. So, hello, lovely people. I'm Bev Jessup, and today I want to take you behind the scenes of my first daytime creative workshop. And if you are thinking of running a workshop, a creative workshop, an artistic workshop, you might be thinking, oh, I don't know whether I can train people or whether I can teach people. I just do my own creative thing, and can I really run a workshop? And I want to be here to encourage you and to say, yes, you can. And I'm going to show you step by step how you can do this. So without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to Creativity Released. This is the podcast that helps you unlock your creativity, grow in confidence, and even turn your passion into a business. Hi, I'm Bev Jessup, and I believe that everyone has creativity inside of them, even if you think you can't draw a stick man. Here we'll break through creative blocks and explore how faith and creativity work together and discover practical tools to help you monetize your creative genius. So grab your journal, paintbrush, or just an open heart, and let's release your creativity together. Okay, so now I've run 2 weekend retreats before, and this was the first time I hosted something shorter in the day, in a local place, a local space. And honestly, I just went for it. Okay. I don't call myself an artist or an expert. I just love creativity. I love connection. I love helping people slow down and feel a little bit more peaceful. So if you've ever had that little tug in your heart to bring people together, to share something that you are able to do, and that even if you didn't feel you're qualified to do, you've got a 10% edge on them, this video is for you. So first of all, I had this idea in my head. I was buzzing around for a while, and I just wanted to offer something creative and calming, but I didn't really have a clear plan at first, if I'm being completely honest. And I had this canvas in my kitchen for 2 weeks, quite a large canvas, and I thought I came together with other people, and I made some notes about how I was going to create something with this canvas, and I gathered up the materials. And eventually I said, okay, let's just book the library. Okay, let's make it happen. And I want to walk you through exactly how I planned it, how I promoted it, what I learned from the experience, so that you can do it as well. I talked to an illustrator, and she does these beautiful childlike illustrations, a bit like Lowry, but actually much more vibrant, much more, I don't know, not so drab. I really, in fact, I bought one of her illustrations, really beautiful. And I was saying to her, you can do this too. Wouldn't it be great if you ran a workshop in this library or anywhere else locally, and you showed mums or dads how to illustrate a book for their child? So just imagine I had a child called Emily. I don't actually, I've got 3 boys, but just in case, I had this little girl called Emily, and I wanted to create a book about her and her adventures. And I had this story in mind, but I didn't know how to illustrate it. And I went along to this lady's workshop for, say, 6 weeks, and I created 6 illustrations to put in the book. Wouldn't it be amazing? I had created, I'd learned how to do something. And even at the end of it, I thought, well, actually, I don't know whether my illustrations are that good. Maybe I'll get her to do the illustrations for me. And then she would actually not only get income for the workshops, but she would get income for selling her services and her commissions. So that was why I really believe that everyone's got that skill inside them to run workshops, and whether they're only for a few hours or whether they're going to be on a regular basis. So if that is something that's interesting you, then have a little think about what sort of workshop you could do.
Hey there, if you're loving this episode and want to take your creativity further, let me share some of my favourite tools that make business easy for creatives like you. Canva, the best tool, and I use it every day for creating beautiful designs, social media, graphics, and even book covers without needing to be a designer. Try it we're using my affiliate link in the show notes. Easy peasy funnels. Want to build a website, a sales funnel, grow your email list, and sell your goods and services easily, all in one platform, and you can even sell courses and things like that. This is my go-to platform for getting things done fast. Check out my affiliate link below to get started. And Buzzsprout. Are you thinking of launching your own podcast? I use Buzzsprout to make podcasting simple, and you can too. Sign up using my link for exclusive perks. Back to the episode.
Okay, so we got step 1. First step is to start with your why. Why are you doing this? For me, it was about creating a space where people can connect, find calm, and explore creativity without the pressure, without the kind of perfectionism or anything, just to do it, to carve out some time away from the busyness and the feelings of I don't get any me time, those sort of things, to just carve that time out. I'm not teaching a fine art class, I'm facilitating a moment, and that changes everything. Step 2 is to shape your idea. Pick a theme, pick a medium. For me, it was journaling, it was collage, it was mixed media, it was fabric art. Make it simple. Ask, what do I really enjoy doing that others might love too? So if you love doing portraits in pencil or portraits in watercolor, or maybe they're seascapes, or maybe they're a bit of other things, maybe you put some mixed media in there. If you enjoy doing that, do you not think that others might enjoy it too? And you could show them step by step how to do it. And the next thing is to find a local venue. Now, I use my local library. The reason why I did that is because they've got discarded fabrics, absolutely beautiful fabrics that get donated to them. They've got sewing machines, and so I show people how to doodle their designs, do a bit of sewing doodling. I don't know if there's such a thing as sewing doodling, but that's what they're doing. They're embroidering certain designs on their piece of fabric using the stitches on the sewing machine. So they've got a whole load of sewing machines there. So I don't have to drag any, or I don't have to sewing machine because there's some sewing machines there. And then there's a large space, and I could just rent that space. I could give a percentage of my income to them, and it's a place where people tend to go anyway, so they get to know it. And the great thing about them is they actually sold all the tickets for me. They did the advertising on their Facebook page, and they put big posters up. I'm going to show you actually the poster that I created, and then they put it up for me. So let me just share my screen with you. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see the screen. So here we have it. Can you all see that? So there it is. It's a leaflet, and you can see I've put the mixed media. This is done in Canva. I put the title at the top. I've shown the details, who it's for, and why they should join. And actually, I got ChatGPT to help me with some of this content, to keep it short and to make it something that they would really enjoy doing. Okay, so that was the first thing I did. And then I want you to think about also when you set the details and you've made your poster. So step 4 was actually to set the details, like pick your time, pick your date, set your fair price, enough to cover your materials. For me, that was what I wanted to do at first. I wanted to build that relationship with people. And maybe you have a sign up for, maybe it's in Eventbrite, or maybe it's on your website, or maybe it's just a piece of paper that you leave at the library and they sign up at the library and they pay at the library. It doesn't have to be complicated, but those are the details. And then step 5 was making the to make the workshop poster. And again, the library printed out large posters, sort of A3 size, and they put it around the library, but they also gave me some and I put it around the local areas. I didn't do that much of it. So that was step 6, is to put a few posters up. Honestly, I didn't put that many up and I should have done more. But you can put it up in Facebook groups. You can leave leaflets at say hairdressers or local shops. You can ask friends to spread the word. So put some in local cafes or supermarkets, things like that. And then step 7 was to gather all the materials. So one of the things that I did was I created like a handout, and again I used ChatGPT to help me with this handout. This is done in Canva. But actually it was initially put together in ChatGPT, and I gave instructions on the materials that I would be using, why I'm creating this, and then it created a step-by-step process. I told it what my step-by-step process was in ChatGPT, and then it put it in English that everyone could understand and that was logical, and it's got some questions in there, some spaces for them to draw their doodle, but it's got all the steps that they needed to create their piece of art. Okay, so here's some examples of my art, but you can see the examples that they came up with at the end, and step 8 would be to facilitate. You're not teaching. They haven't come here for an art lecture. You're just here to hold space for them, to give them ideas, to offer the encouragement, to let people just go for it. And then, it's amazing. Each one was completely different and magic happened. So can you see how each one was completely different? And it's just amazing how people just thought of their ideas, and they even told a story. This lady told a story of how she feels like she needs to break free. She needs to come out of her comfort zone, if you like, and transform. And it was just a beautiful way of how they put everything together. I can see that we had coffee, we had cakes, we had buttons, we had all sorts of fabrics and collage things to put on there. So I was so chuffed with it. So step 9 would be to reflect and share some of the stories. Obviously I got permission from the people, asked them how they felt, share their reflections online, to show others what's possible and encourage them to come next time. And step 10 would be to keep going, planting those seeds. Every workshop builds confidence. So I've got like 11 planned, and yes, again I use ChatGPT to help me come up with the ideas. I told them exactly what I want to do, and maybe I'll do a video about that in another video. But it is possible to create something really beautiful, and I want to just share with you, if you can see, this is the page that I've created now, which is on christianartjournaling.com/events, and I came up with all the dates, and I'm just going to go for it because I think that is what you need to do. I've even got a checkout at the bottom here, so if people just want to come for the May one and maybe the September one, then you can see that it'll cost £50. Okay. And you know, you can also create something like that, but you don't need to overthink it, because I think at the end of the day, you've got this talent, you need to get it out there. And whilst we're on the topic of being more creative, let me tell you about the Creative Calm Challenge that is happening in a few weeks, really, not long now, the 21st of April.
Just a quick pause. I've got something lovely to share with you. Starting on April the 21st, I'm running a free 5-day Creative Calm Challenge, and I'd love for you to be part of it. If you've been feeling a bit stretched, tired, or creatively blocked, this gentle challenge will help you, or just designed to help you breathe, reset and reconnect with yourself. I mean, what really truly matters. And each day you'll get a short video or audio, a creative journaling prompt, and the chance to reflect in a supportive group off social media, so it is calm, cozy and distraction free. No art experience is needed, just a notebook, an open heart and a few minutes a day to slow down and create. You can sign up at www.creativesoulspace.com/5 days. It's completely free and I think you're going to love it. All right, let's get back to the episode.
If you are someone who your heart has creativity, you have the idea of community and you just want to share, just start. Do a workshop. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You can just do it. And you just need to take care, run your first workshop, start with a few people and just let it grow from there.
If today's episode inspired you, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. I'm on a mission to reach as many people as possible who need to find their creativity, to find their purpose and reduce their anxiety. By subscribing and leaving a review, you're helping the algorithm share this message with more people, and I truly, truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Want to take your creativity to the next level? Download my free Abundance Planner, designed to help you dream big, plan boldly, and step into your creative calling. Grab your copy now at ChristianArtJournaling.com/freebie-joyful. That's ChristianArtJournaling.com/freebie-joyful. Or check the show notes. Let's stay connected, and I'll see you in the next episode of Creativity Released.